is John Hensel. I'm a senior. I'm a major in political science, and I worked on the A.O. Smith project last year, and I'm working on the Growth Alliance of Greater Evansville FDI, or Foreign Direct Investment project this semester. So I think the important thing about GAP is that there is no textbook. There are no right or wrong answers. It's all about a more real-world application to what we're learning in the classroom. Clients have problems, business problems, and the students are able to work on them and present something of real-world value, not just answers on a test that it's all part of the game. The contributions that GAP students provide are valuable and meaningful to the companies that receive those insights.
My name is Andrea Anya, and I'm a junior, and I worked on the Alternative Energy Gap project. Through the Alternative Energy Gap project, I learned so much about alternative energy in Evansville, and it was really great to participate in a real-world experience. Through conversations with the director of facilities here at UE, as well as the manager of environmental development, I got to learn so much about the political and economical concerns that are related to alternative energies in Evansville. But my favorite part of the course was that we got to learn a concept such as solar or wind energy, and then we got to go beyond the learning to actually implement it in a real way, in a real environment. That was really neat.
Hi, I'm Spencer Willem. I'm a freshman environmental science major, and I was on the Alternative Energy GAP team. I loved the whole awareness campaign that we did. It was great to have Dr. Kazee in a polar bear suit. It was great to see the number of people that came out and supported us, and the number of people who actually got to, came up to us and said, "This is a great thing you're doing. This is fantastic. We need to do more of this." It was just, it made us feel really good about what we were doing with our project.
My name is Annie Stemtenagel, and I'm a sophomore here at the University of Evansville, and I'm involved in the Neuromarketing GAP project. The most rewarding thing that I have taken away from my 2 semesters in my GAP project have been overcoming the ambiguity that you feel at the beginning of the project, and then working through the frustrations in the middle of the project, and then standing back in awe at the end of the project and just marveling at all you've accomplished day by day in class.
My name is Tyler Winnemute. I am a freshman environmental science major, and I was part of the Alternative Energy GAP team. And what that means is we look at alternative energy and how we can apply it to campus and the community. So the second class, what we did, we went onto the roof of Cook and we installed a weather station on the roof so we can start gathering data. Went to the Carver Community Center and we counted lights, which took a long time, but it was really neat being able to see, all right, they have this many lights, this is how much they could save, and it's insane what we would be able to do for them. And we're putting solar panels there, but then we also did an alternative energy, green energy awareness campaign during the week of November 9th through the 13th. And during that week, we had speakers appear and talk about different things such as solar panels, how the market is now on that, coal. We had a documentary about global warming that went on. We also worked on lowering the energy use on campus. We had participated in the Changemaker Challenge, which is kind of like a Shark Tank thing where you say what you want to do to a panel of judges, and they will vote who they want to give the money to. And we got second place in that, so we got $1,000. And within this we got $1,000 to do the awareness campaign. And within that 1 week of the awareness campaign, we saved the university $1,359 just by telling people, turn off the lights, conserve energy, shorter showers. Things like that. So we kind of paid for ourselves really quickly, and it was really neat to see how efficient we were. And we also had handouts. We gave away a lot of tote bags, environmentally reusable tote bags that people can reuse, carrying books, groceries, things like that. We handed out green ribbons to raise awareness. There was petitions for a bike share program in the city of Evansville, and more bike lanes in the city. Posters set up throughout Richardson University Center, and there was over 20 of them, and they had things such as glaciers melting, wind energy, geothermal, cycling, light bulbs, LEDs. And after that was done, we moved them down to the Evansville Museum downtown for a little public section so people can continue to educate themselves about alternative energy and everything. And just the whole experience of being able to say, all right, I'm a freshman, I'm just going to take it slow and figure out how things are going on, and immediately just diving in, jumping in, and doing something that I love.
I am Brad Phillips, and I am a senior here at the University of Evansville. I'm currently working on the neuromarketing team here at GAP, and we have been working with the University of Evansville as our partner and kind of analyzing some of their advertising material, seeing how students react to it, both physiologically and emotionally, to the statements and the advertisements. And it's a very real-world project and something that I never saw myself doing at college. And this is my second semester in the program, and the experiences that you get in this class are just so easy to talk to potential employers about. I've had a lot of conversations in some of my interviews in the past. People are really impressed by what we offer here.
My name is Michaela Silva. I'm a senior graduating in December of 2015, organizational communication major. My group is currently working on the GAGE project, particularly the relationship between UE and GAGE, which is the Growth Alliance for Greater Evansville. And our objective for the project is to attract international students with high potential of future for indirect investment. So I really enjoy GAP program, even though I'm not a business major, because I think it's a really great real-life experience, because we do work with the real-life companies and organizations and CEOs. So we have actually became like a management consultants, which doesn't really happen in any other schools. And also I've done research on like benchmarking other universities, and this program is very special, and it's going to look great on your resume, and you will grow really a lot as a person and as a businessman. So it's really a wonderful opportunity to be part of GAP.
My name is Stephanie Comstock, and I'm a senior, and my majors are business and archaeology. I was in the GAP program spring of 2015, and I was working with Berry Plastics. My favorite part of the project itself was working with an actual company that has such an influence on a national and global scale. They really made sure that we knew the basic ins and outs of the company and the impact that they have. Representatives from Berry Plastics that were there really took the time to give us plenty of feedback on how we can improve for future presentations while we're still in school or after graduation. What I learned from the project is how to apply the things that I've learned in class here at the University of Evansville, and presenting in front of actual executives of such a huge company was an invaluable experience. And I truly believe that I'll be more marketable in the job market after I graduate because of my involvement in the GAP program. So it was really a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Hello, my name is Chou. For the GAP project, I had a really great experience. Since I have a really great team members, we helped each other and work out lots of difficulties and overcome lots of challenging problems. It was a really great experience for me. I learned a lot during that time. We used a new monitor to research lots of information. That is a great tools for the students to learn. Overall, I would say that's a great experience, and I learned a lot.
My name is Reena Hansen. I am a junior, and I worked on the Berry Plastics GAP program. We kind of looked through countless Amazon reviews, and we tried to find the main problems in products that were being shipped to see how we could fix the packaging. It was really nice to know that I was getting real world experience. I've already put it on resumes, and I've had people call me and ask, like, hey, what's this GAP program? So it's really opened a lot of doors for me. We were able to work with people who were pretty high up in Berry Plastics, which I did not expect at all, that they were gonna take some time out of their really busy days to kind of hang out with students. We just kind of talked. We talked about what our majors were, what our hopes and dreams were, if we had had internships yet, and it just really opened up a lot of doors.
Hi, I'm Peter May. I'm a senior political science and business double major. And I worked on the Berry Plastics project, focusing on international expansion in Indonesia. GAP was a great program because it allowed me to learn a lot. It was a very humbling experience, getting to work with executives at Berry Plastics. But it was also great because we were able to give Berry something that they could use. It created a symbiotic relationship that I think is a great thing for anybody in college to experience.
I'm Hannah Richardson. I'm a senior here at the University of Evansville, and I've participated in the Growth Alliance for Greater Evansville and the University of Evansville GAP project. Through this project, I've learned a lot about how to adapt when circumstances change and when maybe your goal for your client changes and different aspects like that, and how to work together as a team to still come up with that end result and give great deliverables that your client will be happy with.
I bridged the gap.
I bridged the gap.
I bridged the gap.
And I bridged the gap.
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 Bridge the gap.
I bridged the gap.
And I bridged the gap.
I bridged the gap.